Hello everyone and welcome to another Yin Yoga with Trishy. Today's class will all be for cyclists. So come and take a comfortable seat. You'll need 2 blocks and a strap for today's class. So once you're ready, come and take a comfortable seat, either cross-legged, kneeling, or up on a block. Feel free to close your eyes and you can place your palms on top of your knees. Ground down through your sit bones as you lengthen through the top of your crown, all the way through your spine. Bring your palms together in front of your heart space and let's take a cleansing breath together. Inhaling deeply through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. Our first pose will be child's pose, and grab a block. We're going to place the block underneath the chest, so bring your big toes to touch, knees go wide, sit your hips back to the heels, and then lower all the way down so the chest meets the block on the second height, and bring your forehead down to the ground. You can extend your arms out in front of you, relaxing your arms and your hands, relaxing down to the ground. If this is your first Yin Yoga class, in Yin Yoga we hold passive poses for minutes at a time. So you want to be able to find your edge, which means that you're not chasing any sensation. Instead, you're relaxing all the muscles down, and you want to be able to breathe naturally and comfortably. You also want to stay as still and relaxed as you can. The first 2 poses of today's class will be geared towards the neck and spine and shoulders, because those are an area of our body that we can hunch over a lot when we're cycling. So just ground down and relax. Very slowly press into the palms, lifting yourself back up. Keep the block. Keep it on the second level and come on to hands and knees. So keep your hips over top of your knees. Then walk your palms all the way forward and bring the block down so that you lower your chest onto it. Then you can lower your forehead all the way down to the mat. This is melting heart. It's a great pose for getting into the shoulder girdle and upper spine, which is an area that can be rounded a lot during cycling. And very slowly begin to lift up, walking your palms back into center, lifting up, tabletop pose. So from tabletop pose, the next pose that we'll be doing is wing dragon. So step your left foot to the outer edge of both palms. And I'm going to give you a couple options for blocks. So before that, lift up your toes and roll to the outer edge of your foot, letting your left knee swing out to the side. What I'm doing here is placing a block underneath my right quad, and you can either stay there being raised up on the arms, or if you have the flexibility, you can lower down onto the forearms, and I'm just bringing a block underneath the forehead. So it's very important that you don't push yourself too far going past your edge, where you can relax comfortably in the pose and breathe naturally. Keep your spine long and your shoulders away from the ears. Slowly press your palms back into the earth if you had lowered down. We're all gonna step back, and you can extend that left leg out behind you, just pressing through the heel. And when you're ready, we'll come to the other side. So from tabletop pose, Step your right foot to the outer edge of both palms, coming onto the outer edge of your right foot and letting your right knee fall out to the side. Again, the options for the props are optional, they're up to you, but I'm placing one underneath my left quad, and you can either stay up on your palms with straight arms, or you can lower down, extending through the spine, shoulders onto the back body, and bringing your forehead down to a block. These poses are designed to strengthen and lengthen the joints and connective tissues that are associated with cycling, and just making your body and legs stronger. You want to use your props in a mindful way that keeps you from exceeding your edge. Try to distribute the weight evenly in both arms. If you had lowered down on your forearms, just press your hands back into the ground, lifting up. You can extend your right foot behind you, straightening through the leg and pressing through the heel. From here, come and take a seat, extending both legs out in front of you for caterpillar pose. So you can relax both your legs. They don't need to be flexing through the feet. And then you can very mindfully fold over your legs, and you can bring your forehead onto a block, or you can just let gravity guide you. In Yin Yoga, it's okay to let your spine round in forward folds, so long as you're not pushing yourself or pulling yourself to get deeper in the pose. Instead, you're completely relaxed. I like to let my palms face the sky so that I'm not tempted to push or pull. This is a great stretch for the entire posterior chain, your entire back body. Slowly turn your palms onto the mat and use your arms to help yourself come and sit up. Take your time. Feel free to take a cleansing breath when you get there. Bring your palms behind you, bend your knees, and just windshield wiper your knees slowly from side to side. Okay, come and sit so you're facing the long edges of your mat. Extend through both legs, bringing them both out to the sides. This will be a straddle fold. And if you're tilting backwards, You can always sit up on a block or a cushion. And when you're ready, just simply fold inside the legs, relaxing your upper body. You can bring your forehead down to a block. Again, don't be tempted to push or pull yourself deeper into the pose. So we went from targeting the back of the legs to now the inside of the legs and hips. Very slowly press your palms into the ground, lifting all the way back up. Feel free to take a cleansing breath. And then you can use your palms to help your knees bend and come back center. Place your block off to the side, but within reaching distance. Bend your knees, have your feet flat on the floor, and then windshield wiper your knees from side to side. From here, come and lie down all the way on your back. Grab your block and place it on its lowest level underneath your hips. Take your strap and just lie it over top of your tummy. You can also use a belt if you have one or if you don't have a strap. Knees are bent, feet on the floor, and then bend into your right knee, hugging it into the chest. You can stay here, or if you want to progress further, you can extend your left leg out to the floor, letting your heel come down to the mat. If your heel isn't coming down all the way to the mat, just don't use a block if it's too intense. Keep your shoulders onto the back body, neck and chin relaxed. And breathe into your belly. If you feel good, you can stay exactly where you are. Otherwise, you can loop the strap around the ball of the right foot. And extend your foot towards the sky. Even though you're using some arm strength, try to relax your arms as much as you can. And if your heel is coming off the ground, you can always remove the block. And when you're ready, release the strap. If you had it around the ball of your right foot, bend through your left knee and bring both feet back down to the mat. Just take a moment and see how your legs and hips feel after that. And then when you're ready, bend deeply into your left knee, hugging it into the chest, and then extending your right leg down onto the mat so that your heel is touching. Let your upper body be heavy. And try to relax everything you can. If you feel good here and would like to stay, go ahead. Otherwise, loop your strap around the ball of the left foot, extending your leg up to the sky so the bottom of your foot is facing the sky. I like to wrap my hands around the strap so that I can try to relax my arms as much as possible. But you can always use your props as intuitively as you like and what feels best for you. you're feeling any pinching or compression in your lower back, it's best to back out of the pose. And when you're ready, bend through the right knee, bringing your foot back down to the ground, unlooping the strap. You can move it off to the side, we won't be needing it anymore. And if you had not used the block for this, just replace the block underneath your hips, and then everyone can just lift their legs up to the sky for Waterfall Pose. You can place your palms wherever feels comfortable, either on the belly or down on the mat, palms facing up. Try to keep your shoulders down and away from your ears and resting onto the back body. And you can either keep your arms exactly where they are, just comfortable like this, or if you wanted to open up your shoulders and your chest a little bit more, you can reach your arms overhead, clasping onto opposite elbows. Just be sure that if there's any tingling that starts in your arms or your shoulders, just lower your arms back down to your sides. So try to relax your legs as much as you can. This is just the last pose before Savasana to give your legs a nice break after all those deep stretches. Slowly begin to bend through your knees, bringing your feet back down to the ground. You can lift your hips off of the block and then move it off to the side. Bring your arms out into a cactus or T shape and then just windshield wiper your knees very slowly from side to side, taking a few rounds right here. This will help to release any tension that may have built up in the lower back. And then when you're ready, you can extend through your legs, bring your shoulders onto the back body, palms facing up, just completely relax your legs, ground down for Savasana, feeling all parts of your body heavy on the earth. Take these last few minutes just to completely relax and rest. Slowly begin to wiggle fingers and toes. Begin to wake back up. Feel free to raise your arms overhead and take a really big stretch. Turning your head from side to side. Roll over to one side. Use the strength of your arms to come and take a comfortable seat. Sitting up tall through your spine, shoulders onto the back body. Feel free to close your eyes and bring your palms on top of your knees. Just take a moment and see how you feel now as opposed to when you first stepped onto your mat today. When you're ready, bring your palms in prayer position in front of your heart center. Let's take another cleansing breath together, inhaling deeply through your nose and exhaling through the mouth. Thank you so much for practicing today with me, yogis. I hope you have a beautiful, beautiful day. If you like this class, please subscribe to my channel. Namaste.